How did this happen? 28 years in the United States, and he got his green card in 3 months. We're going to talk about what we did specifically in this case that led this Jamaican man to get his green card in record time, 3 months in this environment. Friends, immigration has changed significantly. We all know this. We all see what's happening. Things at USCIS are tougher than ever, than ever, than ever. I cannot emphasize that enough. Yet, here's a case involving a man who had been here for many years, almost 3 decades, and he then got his green card in 3 months in this environment. How did this happen? Well, firstly, it happened because of good preparation. Case preparation. I'm going to walk you through what we did here at McBean Law with his case and how he was able to get through in such a short time. Now, I must say that most cases at immigration these days, pending at USCIS's field office, does not take 3 months. We all know that. It really doesn't happen that way. But we're starting to see that good, strong, well-prepared cases are getting through in a good time. So in this case, we shared with you the story about a Jamaican man who came to the United States in 1998 when he was only 16 years old. He entered the country legally on his visitor visa to see his parents who were already living here in the United States. He then began his journey here in the United States. Many years later, he met and married his U.S. citizen spouse. They had been together for years. This was not an overnight relationship. This was not a fake relationship. It was a marriage for love. After some years, his wife decided that they need to move forward with an immigration process for him to stabilize their family. They came to us and we worked with him and his wife on the case. Immigration immediately sent him a biometrics notice. After the biometrics notice, he was then interviewed, passed the interview, and approved for the I-130, the family petition, and then his adjustment of status case, the I-485, wasn't approved until some weeks after the interview, which is now very common with immigration. Typically today, what they're doing with the I-485 is to hold off on making a very quick on-the-spot approval or decision about the 485. They're having folks wait a few days for some folks. Then for others, it could be a few weeks, and then they would approve the case like what happened here. So what did we submit in this case? First of all, we submitted a cover letter to USCIS that told them what exactly is included in this packet. We told them about the filing fee. We included the credit card transactions for filing fees authorization form for the I-130, and that was for $675. We also included the credit card authorization form for the I-485. The filing fee is $1,440. We also included a credit card authorization form for the filing fee of the work permit, the I-765. Notice that we included 3 authorization forms in this case because USCIS requires that each application filing fee be paid separately on its own credit card authorization form. We also noted that we're including 6 passport-size photos for the applicant and 2 passport-size photos for the petitioner. We also included the G1145 e-notification of application/petition acceptance for the petitioner, as well as one for the beneficiary. Because we're the attorneys of record, we included a G28 for both the petitioner and the beneficiary. We also noted that we're including the Form I-130 family petition, the I-130A supplemental information for spouse beneficiary, the Form I-485 application to register permanent resident or adjust status, the I-765 application for the employment authorization, the Form I-864, which is the affidavit of support from the petitioner. We also included a sealed, and we noted on our cover letter that this is sealed, a sealed I-693, which is the medical examination report from the doctor. And then we noted that there are other supporting evidence that we're including. Here's what we included in the packet. For the petitioner, we included the Jamaican birth certificate because the petitioner was born in Jamaica. We also included the petitioner's certificate of naturalization and U.S. passport. We also included her divorce judgment because she was married before, and we included a final order of custody. Then for the beneficiary, and we noted here that these are the beneficiary documents. We included his Jamaican birth certificate, his current unexpired Jamaican passport, his expired Jamaican passport. Why? Because that passport has his old U.S. visa in it. We also included his most recent U.S. visa and the form I-94 to prove how he came to the United States. These are the evidence to prove bona fide relationship that we included. Number one, a marriage certificate. Number two, a letter from the landlord verifying that the beneficiary and the petitioner are living together in a joint residence. And we included the landlord's New York State commercial driver's license. We also included the petitioners and beneficiaries' flight itinerary and hotel reservation to show that they came together, they saw each other frequently. We also included the beneficiary's life insurance policy, which listed the petitioner as 80% beneficiary in the policy. Petitioner's recent bank account statements were included as well, showing Zelle transactions, utility bill under petitioner's name, wedding invitation and wedding photos, of course, family photos, pregnancy tests. And then for the petitioner, we included financial documents such as recent pay stubs and income tax returns and W-2 forms for tax years 2023, 2024, and 2025. Now, before this case went out, we took it through our quality control mail-in checklist in which two paralegals reviewed the file to make sure that we included everything. So we checked that the forms were completed and signed. We checked that all pages of each form was included. We checked also the filing fee to ensure that the correct amounts were enclosed and clearly legible. We also checked the passport photos and wrote the names and alien numbers on each passport photo. We also checked to make sure that the medical examination report was sealed and that it is included. We then verified the mail-in address for USCIS. We also verified that the passport photos meet USCIS's photo requirements based on the type of case that it is. And in this case, it's a spousal adjustment of status. We verified that the correct number of passport photos were included. Then we sent the case out to immigration. We mailed it. This case was sent out on March 20th, 2026. The adjustment of status was approved on July 1st, 2026. This is almost 30 years in the United States, and he was able to get his green card in such a short period of time because of strong case preparation, diligence, understanding the rules, understanding the client's immigration background. Of course, this couple started with a consultation and we examined the background after that. And as we worked with him, we continued to gather information about him and his wife so that we could have a good case for him. Today, USCIS wants you to pay very close attention to the packet that you mail to them, because if a case is denied, they are sending people into the removal system. I hope you found this video helpful. I hope it gave you some ideas about what you should consider including in your marriage petition case to immigration, and I wish you well in that journey. Thanks so much for watching. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, be sure to subscribe now and hit that notification bell so that you'll be the first to get notice of my videos and live sessions each week. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.